channel. If you're new here, I'm Ashley, and today I have another Disney content video for you. Today I'm going to be doing a what do I take to Disney in my park bag, what's in my park bag vlog. I'm also going to include a few extra little freebie type items that I don't necessarily take with me in my park bag every day, but I do always take them with me to Disney when I go for a Disney trip and make sure I have it in my hotel room for access, just because they are so essential to make sure you have to keep you feeling well and to have for whether it's safety or comfort or what have you. So let's go ahead and jump into this vlog. I also wanted to start by saying that what I take with me definitely depends on the type of bag that I take with me. I'm someone that likes to have a bunch of stuff, but I don't like to have a big bag, which don't always go hand in hand. My favorite type of bag to have with me is a fanny pack or like a belt bag type bag. I have some Lululemon belt bags like the OGs. I also have some Stone Clover fanny packs that are my favorite to use because they are so like Disney specific and styled and so cute. However, the most common bag I've probably used in the past has been a backpack, and one of my favorite backpacks that I have used, I believe it is the brand Kate London. It's basically the same size as like a Stony Clover or a Loungefly backpack, and so it's lightweight, it's small, it's not a huge backpack that you're lugging around, but it definitely is going to hold more than a belt bag or a fanny pack is going to. Sometimes if we're just really gung-ho on taking a bunch of things into the park with us, but they can't all fit in my bag, my husband will so graciously carry a small bag. And for our upcoming Disney trip that we leave on so soon, I think he's going to actually carry the larger Lululemon belt bag. I think it's called the 2.5 liter, not exactly sure, but I think he may carry that. And that way we can just split our things between the two bags and neither one of us has to carry something super heavy or bulky. We also now have a little visitor, so you're probably gonna hear her around. I wish I could put this in my park bag. Okay, so without further ado, now let's get into what I take in my park bag. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the non-negotiables, I guess. It's the things that absolutely taking, we're making it fit regardless. And the first thing are reusable straws. These are actually ones that just came in the mail yesterday from Amazon. I had some others. I didn't love them for a few reasons, so I'm trying these out. They're the same ones, just one's my husband's, one's mine. But this is the brand Zoku. It's called a pocket straw. It does have a place that you could attach it to something, but it just looks like this. You take off the top and you pull it out. You can pull down the straw so it gets pretty long, and I love that it has the little silicone tip up at the top because I do really enjoy having the little silicone tip on it. The reason that you will definitely want to take a reusable straw with you into the Disney parks is because they do paper straws in Florida. I do absolutely understand why we have paper straws in Florida, it being right near the ocean and such, but I cannot stand a paper straw. I can't stand how it gets soggy from like your mouth being on it and such. So I make sure that I definitely have a reusable straw to throw in a drink, then go rinse out. It's good to use again. The next thing along the same lines are reusable water bottles. And I actually got these new for our trip as well. I got them a little bit ago when I discovered them, but they are new for us for this trip. Again, one is my husband's, one is mine. These are the Hydro Flask brand. There's a few on Amazon. There's like 4 different colors on Amazon or so. And the reason that I suggest having a reusable water bottle, especially one that's got stainless steel insulation on the inside, is to keep your drink cold the entire time that you have it in there, is because it is so easy to get dehydrated in Florida. It is so hot at the Disney World parks, pretty much like 9 to 10 months of the year. It's really hot and you can get so dehydrated and it will just ruin your day. And so it's very good to have water with you at all times, and a bottle of water there is super expensive, and it also like warms up really quickly. So you can get a free cup of water anywhere in the Disney parks. They will absolutely say yes. That is like a policy there. And so what we've done in the past is we've just gotten it, poured it into our cup, and then had it to sip on. But we've never had any that were like insulated before. The kind we took with us last summer were collapsible, which were super nice, but they were just like silicone bottles, so they also got kind of warm. So anyways, I really like these because they have the flip, so you can just open it up and then close it so it doesn't leak, and it has the little hole so that you could put a little like carabiner through it and clip it onto your bag strap, which is what I think we're gonna do. So I do need to order some carabiners, but they're super nice. It actually came with a backup straw, like an extra little straw, but it's pretty small. I think this is like 12 ounces, maybe 16 ounces. I can't really remember. I do like that it has the little silicone boot on it so that it's not going to like clash and clang around as much. But anyways, I got this like cute little light pink and hot pink one, and then I got my husband the blue one. Next necessity item are your sunglasses. This is like an absolute Yes. My sunglasses are still in the car, so this is just the case. But I put the case in my bag so that my sunglasses don't get broken. But you absolutely need sunglasses. I feel like I keep them either on top of my head or on my shirt or on my face pretty much the entire day until it is nighttime, and then they go in my bag. But you definitely need sunglasses for comfort and eye protection as it's so sunny. The next thing is a little hand sanitizer. I just have this little Purell one that I use. I actually keep a Ziploc in our guest room that has like all of our little Disney park bag essentials, and I think I've been working off the same one for 2 trips now. But you definitely need hand sanitizer. It's just really good after you've been touching all different things and rides and lap bars and so much stuff to just put a little hand sanitizer on before you have a little snack. I feel like it doesn't really need much explaining. It's just a nice little thing to have, and it's like so compact and portable. Definitely just throw it in your bag. Along those same lines are a pack of wet ones. I get these on the travel aisle at like Kroger or Walmart or wherever you go and grocery shop, but I like to take a pack of wet ones because a lot of snacks at Disney can be a little sticky, a little messy. So it's really nice to just be able to like wipe off your hands, your arms, anything that it drips on or whatever, in case the hand sanitizer isn't gonna cut it. But I also like to have them because when you find a place to eat, I just like to pull one of these out and give the table a nice little wipe down. I know there are cast members walking around all the time doing their jobs very well of wiping tables down and surfaces down and such. But truthfully, you never know when you're going to have to make your Disney dining table the top of a trash can, because that's the only place left to put some food down and eat. And especially in that case, you're gonna want one of these. The next non-negotiable for us is a portable charger. And this is a heavy duty one, but let me tell you, it's totally worth it. I just have like a phone cord wrapped around it right now, but this is I don't even know how you say it. It's from Amazon. All this stuff is linked on my storefront as well, which you can find links to all over my social channels. But it's called INIU is the brand, and we've had this thing forever. It is, like I said, heavy, but it can charge up to 3 at a time. There's 3 little outlets, which is very nice, and it can get your multiple phones up to full percentage like pretty quickly, which is super, super nice. And you just never know, and I have just found that someone is bound to need a phone charger in your group at some point of the day, whether it's because you've been taking photos and videos or using the My Disney Experience like app to book your Genie Plus stuff, or playing games while you're waiting in lines. I mean, there's just like so many reasons why your phone is going to lose battery percentage. So it's just really nice to have a little backup portable battery bank. My next essential item is chapstick. And this is plain and simple. You're out in the sun, you need some lip protectant. It's just really nice to have when your lips are dry and it's hot. And so I like Aquaphor or the Vaseline ones. I just think that they're really hydrating and really good with the sun. The next thing for anyone that has longer hair is hair ties. I typically just throw 1 or 2 in my bag. These are like the cutie little like spirally ones that make your ponytail super cute. I love doing these with mini ears. And you just never know when your hair tie that you have is gonna break and you really wanna pull your hair back up, or you wear your hair down and then you just get super hot, you need to pull your hair back up. So I just highly recommend throw a few little hair ties in your bag. The next item is some money, because you're definitely going to need money. If you're gonna go to Disney, nothing is free. But the way I do like to have my money is in a card wallet. You can also put your like credit card information on your Magic Band and then just like continually tap a Magic Band, which makes it really, really convenient and easy to not think about how much money you're spending. But that is kind of the pro con of doing that, is that you're not as aware of how much things are costing. So I do like to have my cards with me, but you also definitely need to have your ID with you. Maybe you need a backup credit card or whatever it may be. So I recommend using a card wallet. This one is just a Kate Spade one that I got at Kate Spade Outlet here in Nashville. I've had this little thing forever. It lives in my car for any time that I'm going somewhere that I just want to have a card wallet. There are tons of Disney like cute ones circulating on Amazon that are from Loungefly and Box Lunch, but I've just had this one forever. It's doing great, so we're gonna keep using this one. The next items for me are going to be vlog equipment, and I don't actually take this big box with me. This is just what I'm going to travel with it in, but this big box holds all my backup batteries and SD cards. So I will pop one of these fresh in my camera every day. I download the footage at night in the hotel room, so I put a fresh one on my camera so I don't have to take a backup SD card. And then I typically just put one extra fully charged battery in its little case in the bag, and that's all I have to take. But this is how it travels, so I'm just gonna show this to you. The last piece of vlog equipment that I take is my camera and tripod. I'm obviously filming with my camera right now, so I can't show it to you, but I did get this smaller handheld tripod. It is about 4 to 5 inches shorter than the one that I've had up to this point, and let me tell you, that makes all the difference as far as fitting in a fanny pack or your bag or whatever. This one, as you can tell when I hold it, like barely any is at the bottom. This one still has the little like kickstand where you could set it up on top of something to film, but this just is shorter, it's smaller, it makes it even more portable. And my goal with that, this trip that I'm about to leave on, is to really be holding my camera almost the whole time, to put my phone in my bag and hold my camera versus my phone, because I feel like in the past what I've done is I've gotten my camera too like deep in the bottom of my bag and I totally forget to vlog. And I do think if I'm holding it, there's no reason like I should be forgetting. So anyways, hopefully the vlogs are just gonna be better and better each trip, but I wanted to show you this new little handheld gimbal situation that I got from Amazon. The next item to kind of round out my true essentials is medicine. This is something that you always want to have but never want to have to use, because when you are feeling dehydrated or a headache or a migraine or whatever it may be at the parks, it can make a day at the parks just seem like it's dragging on forever. It can really put a damper on the trip, and if it can be prevented with just taking some over-the-counter medicine, it will be the best day of your life. The next items that are super nice to have, I wouldn't say these are a non-negotiable must-have, but I feel like they make their way into our park bags 9 out of 10 times, and that is a portable fan. We have these super cute ones that are from Amazon. They're also linked on my storefront. There's a yellow and a red one as well. These work really well. They are just rechargeable, so it's just another thing that you need to plug up at night when you get back to your hotel. These are super cute, but I really love that they are so flat. You can tell that they just don't take up much room at all. She really wants to squeak these toys. But having a portable fan is just incredibly nice on those really hot days or really hot times of the day. When you feel like you're standing in line in direct sun, you're baking, it's so nice to just kind of blow it on the back of your neck or blow it on your face. It just can make all the difference. The next item that I have is a little mini deodorant. I know this is just kind of something extra, and if you don't have a tiny little miniature deodorant, it can seem like it's taking up a good amount of space. I do recommend these Salt and Stone ones. They come in this like pack of 4, which can just be really nice to have for all types of travel, but it's very small. As you can see, it's really only like the height of how tall my chapstick was. It's just a little bit like fuller and rounder, but deodorant can really help when it's, again, a hot day. If you're wearing something that's exposing your arms, I personally can't stand to like smell myself, so these can come in really handy. The next thing that you may want to take with you in the park is an autograph book and pen for character meet and greets. I, as an adult, still love meeting characters, and I love getting their autographs whenever I meet them. This is something, though, I don't think I've done for a few years now. I've really just done more like pictures, and it's mainly because I just sometimes don't have room to have this in my bag. But especially if you're going with a young one, or you do have room in your bag and you also love autographs, this can be a super fun thing to do. But definitely make sure you take a Disney pen or a big Sharpie or whatever. If you take a little pen, then the characters don't really have anything to grip it with, so you're definitely gonna want to make sure you have a big enough pen. The last thing that I like to take with me in the parks is my pen trading. These are my traders. This little small bag holds my pins that are my traders, and this is kind of how I operate off of pin trading in the park. Now, it is a small bag to hold pins, but it can take up a lot of room in a bag. So a lot of times I end up taking this with me to Walt Disney World or Disneyland or wherever I'm going, and then picking out just a few and putting them in my bag separately just to not take up as much room. If you have the space, I highly recommend taking a small little bag if you're into pin trading to keep them safe and protected. Like I said, this is the one I have. It's the small one. I don't think they sell these in the parks anymore. It's been a while since I got this, but if they do, then the pen trading outpost at Disney Springs will probably be the best place to get one. But anyways, having some trader pens with me is always a fun time. The last two items that I would suggest maybe having in your park bag that I just personally don't have to show you. Number one, a mini umbrella or a poncho. Disney World especially is known for having pop-up showers that last like anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour almost every day. And it's like when it happens, it really rains. And so it's really nice to have a small mini umbrella or a poncho that you can throw in your bag and then just put back once it's done with the rain. And that is something that I do need to go grab very soon before we leave. And the last thing for the bag is gum. Across all the Disney parks, they do not sell gum at the resorts to keep the parks cleaner and keep gum off of things better, but you're definitely allowed to bring your own gum. But if you are a gum chewer or you think it would be nice to have, just make sure you take some with you before you get to the Disney bubble, wherever it may be that you're going, because it will be very difficult to find some once you're there. The next things that I have are things that I definitely do not go to Disney World without, but necessarily are not in my park bag, basically just for like space and things. But the first thing is sunscreen. I have face sunscreen and regular sunscreen. Sometimes I'll throw a little mini one in my bag just depending on what the heat is like at the time I'm going, but this is something you're definitely going to want to put on every day before leaving your resort. For me personally, my sunscreen stays on me really well throughout the day. I'm not someone that typically ever has to reapply, therefore I don't take it with me. But if you're a reapplier, definitely pop sunscreen in your bag. It definitely can't hurt. The other thing that I highly suggest going to Disney with is Moleskin and or Band-Aids. Sometimes you're gonna get blisters on your feet regardless of all the measures you take and the type of shoes that you wear, etc. So Moleskin is super nice. It's basically like a Band-Aid, but you can make it as big as you want. I think it's a little thicker, so it gives you a little bit more padding. Or if you just wanna make it easy, throw some Band-Aids in your suitcase and take them before you go. And that way, if you have a blister or anything happens, you've got some protection. All right, finishing up here as my dog is going absolutely crazy and wanting attention. The last few things I have are some things that I definitely think you've got to, and the last thing that you definitely need to take with you if you're going to Walt Disney World in Florida, I think these have been rolled out at Disneyland at this point, but I can't quite remember, is a magic band. This is like your lifeline while in Florida. You also can use your phone if you have a smartphone and have everything appropriately downloaded. So if you don't already have a magic band, it could be a cheaper option for you, especially if you have a larger party and none of you have magic bands. But for me personally, I definitely never go to Walt Disney World without a magic band. I like this so much better than my phone. This is part of like the magic for me. I absolutely love wearing them. I think it's so fun to coordinate them to my outfits. I have 3 or 4 at this point, I think, because I have been so many times since these have become a thing. But I absolutely love a magic band. This is how you tap in for lightning lanes if you use Genie Plus. Like I said before, you can pay this way. And I know there's a few other things that I'm not thinking about right now that these involve. Oh, your room key if you're staying on property. Your room key is on this little thing. So this is like super important if you're gonna go to Walt Disney World and utilize all the things I just talked about. But like I said, this is part of the magic for me, is wearing one of these little things on my wrist. If you don't want to wear one on your wrist, but you do have a magic band, you can get little kits from Amazon where you take the puck out of the middle. That's basically like the information, and you can attach it to your Apple Watch band if you wear an Apple Watch. And if you don't want to wear like both items on your wrist, you can do that. Or you can get these little things that like dangle from your park bag that the little puck can go in, and then you can scan it in that way. They've created a lot of things that these can be used for, but definitely don't go anywhere without your magic band. I absolutely love them. All right, and I think that is everything I have to show you and tell you about that I take with me in my park bag. If you're going anytime soon, definitely reference this video when you're packing your suitcase and your luggage with everything in it. I know it is quite a few things that I mentioned, but honestly, there is so much that you can end up taking with you in a bag to Disney into the parks. These are just kind of the bare bones essentials for me, especially because I am someone that typically does not go rest in the middle of the day. Sometimes I do, depending on how the day is going, but a lot of times I am rope dropping till park close, so there are quite a few things you will find that you need during the day. But I hope you found this video enjoyable and informative for you for your next Disney vacation. Give me a like and a comment and subscribe below so that you can stay tuned to all my Disney travels that are coming up so soon. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.